today's chapter is current electricity. Okay. The first topic you have to know what is current. We say the rate of flow of charges. The rate of flow of charges is called current. The rate of flow of charges is called current. Therefore, we write formula of current. Current is equal to, we will be writing as charges upon time. I Q by T. Where I is current, Q is quantity of charge. Q means quantity of charge, T is time. Right? SI unit of current is ampere, denoted by capital A. Small a, Ampere, denoted by A, and the SI unit of charge is coulomb, denoted by capital C. The SI unit of charge is coulomb and the SI unit of current is ampere. And the instrument which is used to measure current, right now, the instrument used to measure current is called ammeter. 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 Okay, now first topic you got to know is current. What is current? We say when charges flow in a conductor, whenever there is a flow of charges, we say that the current is flowing. What is the definition of current then? Current is the rate of change of flow of charges. Then its current formula we have charges upon time. Current is denoted by I, charges denoted by Q, and time denoted by T. So current formula I is equal to, we have Q upon T. SI unit of current is ampere, whereas SI unit of charge is coulomb, denoted by capital C. And the instrument which measures current is called ammeter. Ammeter, ammeter. Then you can write current is a scalar quantity. Current is scalar quantity. Current is a scalar quantity. Okay. Then you have to write this also. 1 coulomb is the charge of 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. Then in 1 coulomb, how many electrons will be there? This many electrons, 6.25 into 10 to the power 18 electrons in 1 coulomb. In 2 coulombs, how many electrons will be there? 2 multiplied by this. In 10 coulomb, how many electrons will be there? 10 multiplied by this. Whenever you have to find the number of electrons, you must find the value of Q in coulomb. And if the value of Q in coulomb, whatever the value comes, that you multiply by this number and you get the number of electrons flowing. If value of Q you are calculating as 10 coulomb, how many electrons are flowing? This into 10. That is 10 to the power of 18 into 10 will become 10 to the power of 19. 6.25 into 10 to the power of 19 electrons. That is how we calculate. By chance, if they ask you, calculate the number of electrons, we will be finding the value of Q and multiplying by this number, 6.25 into 10 to the power of 18 electrons. Okay. Then write down the necessary condition for the the flow of current is, the necessary condition for the flow of current is the potential difference, potential difference we get PD, or this is also called voltage, PD or voltage. No voltage, no current. If there is voltage, there is a potential difference between the ends of a conductor, then the current will flow. Current flows from a point of higher potential to a point of lower potential. If we are having one end positive potential and another end is negative potential, so current will flow from which to which point? From positive to negative, because positive means higher potential and negative means lower potential. We are having two ends, one end is plus 5 volt and the other end is plus 1 volt. So in what direction the current will flow? From 5 volt to 1 volt, plus 1 volt. Towards that the current will flow. Current always flow from a point of higher potential to a point of lower potential. No voltage, no current. If question asks you what is the necessary condition for the flow of current in a conductor, we mention two conditions are there. First one, there must be free electrons in the conductor. There must be free electrons in the conductor. That is first condition. Electrons must be free to move. There should be free electrons there in the conductor. And the second condition is there must be a potential difference. There must be a potential difference or voltage between the ends of the conductor. So there are two conditions for the flow of current in a conductor. You can have a look at it. I draw a diagram like this. This is the end A, this is the end B given, and out here is written plus 5 volt and here it is given plus 1 volt. What is the direction of flow of current? Is it from A to B or B to A? We will say A to B like this, A to B. Because A is at high potential and B is at lower potential. Another diagram will show like this. This is plus 1 volt, this is plus 3 volt, A and B. What direction will current flow? We will mark from B to A like this, B to A. Because B is at higher potential and A is at lower potential. Whichever direction current flows will mark the direction of flow of current here in the conductor. The electrons flow in the direction opposite to it always. Current is flowing from A to B. You think about the flow of current, direction of flow of current. Then the direction of flow of electron will be just opposite. Current flows from A to B, but the electrons flow from B to A. Electrons will be having charge. Here current is flowing from B to A, but the electron will be flowing from A to B. Similarly, suppose you are having a situation like this. Minus 1 volt, minus 3 volt. This is A and this is B. What direction will current flow? We say A minus 1 and B is minus 3. So minus 1 is bigger than minus 3. In minus sign, the smaller number is bigger. So direction of flow of current in the conductor will show like this. A to B, whereas the electron will be flowing from B to A. That is how you mark. Another situation is like this. Suppose they are showing a diagram like this. Author is given minus 1 volt, this is A, this is B. What direction will current flow? This is called earthing. This kind of symbol is called earthing. That means this portion of the conductor is connected to the earth. Potential of earth is always 0. It may not be given in the question. So you will be taking this as 0 volt. Yourself you will take as 0 volt. This is 0 and this is minus 1. So what direction will current flow? This is high, 0 is bigger than minus 1, so current will flow from B to A. Whereas electron will flow in the direction opposite, from A to B. That is how you will mark. This type of question will you make it for 1 mark or for 2 mark. This is plus 5 volt, this is also plus 5 volt. Will current flow? The answer is no, because both of them are at same potential. Both the ends are having same value of potential. Current will not flow. There must be difference in these two potentials for the flow of current. Without that, the current will not flow. They are having equal potential, the current will not flow. One question very often they ask: a bird sitting on a wire, on electrical wire, does not get electrocuted, does not get electric shock. Why? You must have seen any kind of bird, maybe crow, maybe sparrow or eagle, and all sitting on electrical wire is not getting current, not getting electrocuted. But when we touch, we get a heavy electric shock. You know why? What is the reason for it? Because potential of a single wire is same throughout. You are having a single wire, electrical wire is single, so potential will be same throughout. This will be live wire, suppose, and the potential is positive and the value will be same everywhere. If the potential of the wire is same like this value, same everywhere, will current flow? Answer is no. Can you light a bulb with a single wire? Answer is no. We cannot light a bulb with single. We need two wires, positive wire and the negative wire. You join the two ends, and the two ends, positive and negative, are connected. The current flows and the bulb glows and gives light. Single wire's potential is equal or same throughout. Hence, no current flows through it. That is the idea. But when we touch the wire, when you touch the wire, that means you are connected with the, suppose we are the person here, we are connected to the ground here, and our hand is touching it. So ground potential is 0 and this is having some potential, maybe positive value. So between these two there is a difference in potential. When we touch, we are always in touch with the ground. So there will be potential difference, and that will be causing the current to flow through the body of the person who is touching it, and the person receives the shock. That is the idea behind it. But if you are holding the wire and hanging in air, you will not get electric current. But that is not possible, and you should not try that also. So the idea, question may come: a bird sitting on a wire does not get electrocuted. Why? We say because the potential of a wire is same throughout, hence current does not flow through it. Any 2 points on the wire will get the same potential, so current does not flow in the same wire. We need at minimum 2 wires, positive wire and negative wires, for the flow of current. Okay. Now, give the heading: potential difference or voltage. Definition of this: potential difference or voltage. Potential difference or voltage. This is denoted by V, capital V. This is necessary condition for the flow of current. Potential difference or voltage. That it is the amount of work done. It is the amount of work done to move a charge. Between two points in an electric circuit. Therefore, potential difference formula that V is equal to W by Q. Potential difference formula is W is work upon charge. Work upon charge gives the value of potential difference. Okay, right? The SI unit of potential difference is, the SI unit of PD, potential difference is volts, denoted by capital V, volts denoted by capital V, and it is measured by instrument, and it is measured by the instrument called called a voltmeter, called a volt, voltmeter, voltmeter, voltmeter. Okay. So what is potential difference? It is a kind of work done to move a charge between the 2 points in electric circuit. Now next heading is resistance. Resistance denoted by the symbol R, capital R, resistance. Resistance denoted by capital R. Okay, please write down the definition of resistance. It is the property of a conductor. It is the property of a conductor to oppose or to obstruct, you can add anyone, to oppose the flow of current, to oppose the flow of current, to oppose the flow of current. It is caused due to, it is caused, C-A-U-S-E-D, it is caused due to collisions, C-O-L-L-I-S-I-O-N-S. It is caused due to collisions between the free electrons of a conductor, with the fixed ions of the conductor, fixed ions of the conductor. Okay, now next paragraph, right? Resistance depends on the following factors. Resistance depends on the following factors. Number 1, length of the conductor, and write under bracket R proportional to length. Resistance is directly proportional to the length of the conductor. I have written the sign, this is called proportional to the length. Second one, you write area of cross section of the conductor, and here you write R is inversely proportional to the area of cross section, and the third point you write temperature of the conductor, and the fourth one you write nature of the conductor, These are the 4 factors which affect the value of resistance of a conductor. These are the 4 factors. Okay, first part we have written what is resistance. We have written the definition already. It is the property of a conductor due to which it obstructs the flow of current. Why does it obstruct the current? Why this property is there in a conductor? It is due to the collisions between the electrons and the fixed ions. For example, I show you a diagram here. We will be having a conductor here. Conductors will have electron. These are electrons. And there will be fixed ions, positive ions will be there. Fixed ions. These ions are solid ions, not moving. And we will be applying voltage. One side we normally apply positive voltage, one side we apply negative voltage. When we apply positive potential here, the positive attracts the negative. Electrons will start moving like this. Electrons will be starting to move like this because positive attracts the negative. Electrons are all negatively charged. When the electrons start moving, then they collide with these ions. Collision takes place. This collision takes place. Collisions takes place in between, like this. That collision is hitting with this and then rebonding, hitting, rebonding, hitting, rebonding. This that there is obstruction. That obstruction is called resistance. What is the cause of resistance in a conductor? We say collisions between the free electrons of the conductor with the fixed ions. These are ions. Positively, these are all ions. Fixed ions are there, ions. So collisions between them causes resistance. Resistance depends on these four factors. Length of the conductor. How does it depend on the length? Directly proportional to the length. More the length, more the resistance. Less the length, less the resistance. Length when we increase, resistance also will increase. When the length will decrease, the resistance will also decrease. What is the logic behind? Logic behind greater length, more collisions will be there, more collisions will take place, and more will be the value of resistance. If the length is short, length is less, less collision will take place, and the resistance will be less. Now, examples. What will happen to the resistance of a conductor when the length is doubled? We say resistance also will get doubled. When the length is increased by 5 times, what will happen to the resistance? We say it also will increase by 5 times. Same thing will happen. When length is half, resistance also will be half. When the length is increased by 10 times, resistance will also increase by 10 times. Same thing will happen. Same kind of thing will happen between each other. Okay, now the second factor, area of cross section of the conductor. What is the meaning of area of cross section? Area of cross section is the side area, which this one, this area. Here in this wire or in this conductor, the area of cross section is like a circle. So this is called area of cross section. In other words, we can consider it as a thickness of the conductor. Actually, thickness means diameter if it is circular, but we call it thickness. So it depends upon the thickness of the conductor. How does it depend? Inversely proportional. More the area of cross section, that is more the thickness, less is the resistance, less the area of cross section, more the resistance. They are inversely proportional. When we increase area, resistance decreases. When we decrease area, resistance increases. That is called inversely proportional. That's why we write 1 upon it. One is up, the other one is down. That is called inversely proportional. Now, what is the logic behind? The logic is, suppose we are having a conductor of more thickness and the other conductor is less thickness. If the thickness is more, the gap will be more. Between the positive ions and electrons, gap will be more. The number of collisions will be less. If the number of collisions is less, the resistance is also less. If the wire is thin, that means electrons and the ions will be compact. They will be closely packed. The number of collisions will be more there. There are more collisions between the free electrons and the ions taking place, and as a result the resistance will also be more. That is the idea behind. Now, type of question which you may get, or you can think, what will happen to the resistance of a conductor when the area of cross section is doubled? What will happen? We say resistance will become 1 by 2. The resistance will decrease by 1 by 2 times. We like that. What will happen when the area of cross section is increased by 5 times? We say resistance will decrease by 1 upon 5 times. 1 upon 5 times. What will happen to the resistance of a conductor when the area of cross section is halved? Area of cross section is halved. It's becoming 1 by 2. That 2 will come up. Now the resistance will become double. That means resistance will increase by 2 times. Remember it. When the area of cross section is decreased by 1 by 3 times, what will happen to the resistance? Resistance will increase by 3 times, because the area of cross section is becoming 1 by 3. Then 3 will come up. We say the resistance will increase by 3 times. It will become 3 times more than the initial resistance, whatever it has before. What will happen to the resistance when the area of cross section is decreased by 1 upon 10 times? We say resistance will increase by 10 times, because it's becoming 1 upon 10, that 10 will come up. Now the new resistance will be 10 times more than the previous one. So that is what will happen in these two cases. Now the third case is temperature of the conductor. How does it depend on temperature of the conductor? about that, there is no surety. That's why I cannot write directly proportion, I cannot write inversely proportional. There are different cases, so about that I will discuss later. Now the fourth factor is nature of the conductor. It depends upon the nature of the conductor, type of conductors we are having and flowing current. Some are good conductors, some are better conductors, some are best conductors, some are poor conductors. These are the different categories of conductors we are having. Because in some conductors the gap will automatically be more. That means the ions will be less. So more electrons are there. So they are better conductors. The collision will be less and resistance will be less. The substance which is a good conductor will offer low resistance, and the substance which is a bad conductor or poor conductor will offer very high resistance. Silver is the best conductor, remember it. Silver is the best conductor. That means silver will offer the least resistance, least value of resistance. And the substance which is an insulator, like wood, like rubber, like plastic, they do not allow current to flow. So they are insulator. So they will offer infinitely high resistance. Their resistance value is infinity. That means they will not allow a single electron to flow, or rather they do not have free electrons there. So current cannot flow. Current can never flow through them. So that is the idea behind. So that will depend upon the nature of the conductor also. So these are the four factors which affects the value of resistance of a conductor. So these four things I mentioned today. So for today we are doing this much. Tomorrow we will continue.